Hey, hey.
Everybody, anybody, any hula what's. Oh my gosh, okay. I pushed that button. Oh, it's working. that might
Okay.
feel that might be a
I
little
can't
much. I got the lightning up there.
I can't see it though yet. It still shows Troll Tuesday on. Oh, there we go. That's awesome, dude. You nailed it.
You said lightning, I got you lightning.
That is awesome. I love it.
Oh, that's too good.
So how was your week, man?
Super duper swell. Wait, oh, I gotta pop this up. It's been good. It's been good times around the house. My my happy, wonderful wife is uh, actually all of us are kind of just doing things that are helping make everything better for ourselves and each other in the house.
Awesome.
So it's good.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, check it out. I shot an 86 golfing the other day.
How many holes?
18.
Isn't that the best
What?
question though?
Yeah, it is the best question.
Did you give up on 16?
Yeah,
That's what my
exactly.
uncle would
No,
always say to me.
I quit after two, but I rode around for 18.
Every every time I would break 90, my uncle would say that. And then when I broke 80, he just like you're lying. He didn't even have a joke. I'm like I even
Uh,
followed the rules and stuff. It's like the first year I golfed. People asked me, "Did you get any better?" I said, "No, my score is exactly the same." And they're like, "Well, maybe you should give up." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I stopped cheating, so it's a lot of progress."
yeah,
Because you
I did better. I just actually counted those penalty
Well,
strokes.
you learn the game, and like you stop cheating if you want to. Like start if you get serious about keeping score, you got to stop cheating. Like when somebody hits the ball and it goes off near the out of bounds near the woods, and
Right,
if you don't hit a provisional ball and you don't find your ball, you should go back to the tee. But most people just drop right there and hit.
right,
But you should hit a provisional because you shouldn't get
right. You're
stroke
supposed
and
to hit
yeah,
provisional.
because you don't get
Yeah,
stroke and distance unless it's a lateral hazard.
yep.
So
Or if the golf course deems it to be like unplayable ground and they give you what they call a free drop. Okay,
But
I hit it into.
that's not an out of bounds. That would be a hazard.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if you see grass clippings and shit laying there and your ball's in it, you can literally. I've done this, dude. I've called the greenskeeper, be like, "Hey, I'm on 17. There's a big pile of grass. You guys gonna move this?" Yep. Okay, thanks. If it's gonna be removed, you're allowed free drop.
yep.
Yeah, no more gimmies.
No more gimmies, man.
No mulligans, no gimmies, no rolling again in the fairway.
Right.
When you try to move some stuff to get a shot because you can move debris, liftable debris, and the ball moves, that's a stroke.
Yep.
Stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
the game gets harder the better you get at it, like
Well, actually, it's the more
exponentially.
you care.
Well,
The more you
exponentially.
care.
No,
Yeah.
because as soon as you're getting better at it, your game, you'll be like, oh, I'm a better golfer. People will be watching you more. You can't kick the ball in the fairway when you're
Right.
scoring better. You know what I mean? It just kind of almost happens innately unless you just play by yourself and cheat. And then
Right.
who cares?
Right. 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 Yeah.
That's when I was the biggest stickler is when I was by myself because that if you cheat that then there's no end to the cheating.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Right? Gosh.
Usually though, I don't know about you, but when I golf by myself, and it's usually dead out, because I get off at 3 o'clock, so there's not that many people on the course. I'll usually play two balls.
Yeah. Oh
Just
yeah, absolutely. No, definitely. I'll play it two different ways. If I'm in a hurry, I play best ball and I take the best shot and hit from there. And
okay,
if I'm not in a hurry, I'll take the worst shot and hit from there.
okay. That's a no, because taking the worst shot is how you better yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, you get practice from different places. You get to really see the course. I played this one course like every morning for a while when I golfed a lot. See, I don't even golf now for shit. So, I mean, I don't even. I
Well,
play.
you did for the outing
Yeah, I play
for Union.
once or twice a year now. I really should pick it up again, but yeah, I only play it once or twice a year now.
Right.
I should.
So, what are we taking down this week? What, there are so many hot
See,
topics.
there's a lot of hot topics, but I almost have to rely on you for the stupid memes because I unfollowed all the people who put out all the stupid memes, or they unfriended me because because I'm me.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I got any saved. And the wife's home. Thought she was going to her mom's, but apparently. Okay. Guess I better tell my girlfriend not to take a shower.
Right, you're chirping a little bit. I don't know if it's the lightning that's affecting your mic, but
How
there's a
about
little.
now?
Yeah, I mean when you talk, there's just a small chirp that goes with it.
Okay, here. You see these? I
Yeah.
bought these, and the box here, right on the box, it says USB. And whoever packed it didn't put the USB cords in. They gave me three of the same cord, so good job in China.
What are they? PS2 or what are they
No.
round?
It was VTech. It was VTech
No, I mean
for this.
what are the cord ends? Are
Oh,
they
they're little phone jack things.
Oh, it's a phone head. It looked like a phone headset thing. It's like that looks like a,
Yeah,
telemarketing phone
yes, it
headset.
was supposed to have. If you look right here, it's supposed to have 2.5 USB and 3.5. So I bought it. One for the phone, one for the USB, and one for, like the speaker and the microphone. And I got three phone jacks. So
Awesome.
I don't know whose phone has three phone jacks in
I,
it.
so I don't know if that's going to help with the chirp that you have.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of making me mad. I don't have any other speakers and like a mic in the house.
Oh,
And
all right. It's not
I
that
went,
bad. I mean, it's
I
not
went
like
and bought
horrible.
this, but long story short, they didn't provide. So I called the company and they're mailing. So next week I'll be good to go. I'll be all headphoned up. But hold on. Let me check on the Let me check on the stupid memes because there were a ton of them this week. I figured you'd be okay.
I
Let's.
I see. I have the memes, the things that I was looking at to invoke or provoke a response was when people are doing these very heartfelt, let's help people who are having trouble with, you know, depression, suicide's an issue, blah blah blah, and they're okay, but
You
it
didn't
says
say.
copy
You
and
didn't say.
paste, and then it says
You
copy and paste at the bottom, and it's like, so you're copying pasting something that requires you to actually pay attention to be relevant. And it's like a slap in the face for people with depression because they see this thing that sounds like this lovely message and they see that the person just copied and pasted it, and none of those words are their thoughtful, heartfelt understanding of the situation. They just copied and pasted it. And it's
Oh,
like,
here's a good one. This one, you kind of.
I mean, you don't copy and paste that stupid shit, do you?
No, I don't. I'm the guy that posts. This is where the.
The chain letter ends.
Yeah, pretty much. This is where.
This is the end of the sidewalk for the chain letter. Oh, look, you can see
Yeah.
my bare knee. I don't. Then people will know I don't have pants on.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what else I got. Um.
Where?
Oh, now Facebook jail. That was one this week that was funny. So this one's the funny meme I'm sending you right now. Hold on here.
Just Nissan says chain letters are so 2006. You are
Yes,
so
pretty much.
you are so 2000 and late with that. Okay.
Okay, and let's see. That was oh, and this one's just funny because this was us last week, but this meme started popping up this week. All right. Okay, I sent you enough. We got tons of good material.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me look at the. Okay, I see.
Just fire away. You can just go. We'll
I have no idea what the hell this is about. There's a lot of words, but the faces look funny. So let
oh,
me.
you're doing the woman one?
I don't know. It's got. What does it say? It's CNN,
Oh,
or is that?
CNN. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you
Do the
send that
CNN.
one? Is that a new
Yeah, I
one?
sent that one. I sent you like 5 memes that we can
Okay, okay.
have some fun with. Because the threads on these, the discussion threads, I read anymore. I don't even reply. I like the meme so that I get included in the discussion
Right.
list. And I
So, threatened to throw a man down a flight of stairs over a name.
you
Okay.
saw that you saw that video this week, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So a Trump supporter came up to him,
To this guy?
and yeah, this Chris Como,
Uh huh.
and
That dude's a psycho.
oh my God. So
Like he
he
says
was,
insane shit. Like he like literally says insane shit. It's like you made that whole sentence and decided to say it.
yeah.
You
So what happened was is this Trump supporter came up and he's like, "You're the guy that says Fredo." And so if you watch the video, he's like, "Yo," and he starts MFing the guy and he's like, "I'll break your legs and throw you down the stairs." And everybody in today's world had cell phone cameras on and were video recording.
yeah, that's illegal now. You're not allowed to do that now. Threaten people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's called um what is
Accosting, verbal assault. I mean, there's lots of. Wait, you're
yeah,
how you?
there's oh, I can't remember what it is, but it can get serious. It'll come to me. Oh, is Miss Mew here?
I do not know. I do not see the love butts.
Okay, well, what about Nass?
Oh yeah.
Let him the word of the week. What's he got to do? Explanation point word
Yep. Exclamation point word or exclamation point bird. Bird is the word.
is the word.
Just that a little more.
But anyways, yeah, what happened? What
Next time,
happened
don't
was,
wear a shirt that's so close to the color of your green screen.
oh yeah, I'm on fire over
I
here.
gotta. I had to adjust a little bit because when you bring up different screens on your monitor, it projects a bunch of light on your green screen and changes the color of it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, anyways, so this guy threatened to throw this guy down the stairs, and initially he refused to apologize, but then he did apologize. um, oh, there we go. Page 426, 16%, column two. Okay, and then
So the guy's a psycho and he threatened a guy in public and
yeah,
then
but you're a public figure to some degree. You're technically on the news every day.
oh yeah. Oh, I don't it doesn't matter what you do for a living. That's not okay at all ever. I mean, ever at all. I mean, it doesn't matter if you are a bum who
Right.
doesn't do anything for a living. Doesn't matter.
And then the second guy down, bitches all the time about Trump and Trump's this and Trump's that, and grab him by the wherever, and
Oh yeah, the grab 'em by the pussy thing. It's like It's like, okay, America, we know the guy's not a good person. He's a misogynist. Or you can call him a racist, or you can call him all these things. It doesn't matter what label that somebody wants to call him and who wants to defend him for not being that word. He's a bad person. Period. He is the evil guy in the movie. We all agree that the guy in the movie that says, oh, well, I sell these weapons to the bad people because if I don't, somebody else will. We all agree all the time that's the bad guy in the movie. That's the narrative that we've all accepted in our lives all the time. And he's that guy, literally. 100% literally that guy, those words exactly. 100% those words in that order. Those words. The same words in dozens of movies that the bad guy says. He literally, you can find the words he says, literally word for word, and sometimes you just have to replace the person he's talking about with evil people in movies. What we have accepted as a norm, as a society, we've accepted him as our president. We have accepted that an evil person is our president. That's you and me. That's on us, not him, not anybody else. That's us.
You know what? I'm laughing because I'm watching me in the screen, and I'm going to clean my glasses one more time because apparently I've got some of the green in my lenses because the lightning's going through my lenses.
I know, because the colors are bouncing off your screen and going on your glasses. It's a very dynamic process we got going on here.
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, the last one, she's always about, peace and.
Well, wait a minute. We didn't even do this guy, but he's recently accused of sexual assault. So we have a right and left wing on the same news channel who are paid to keep us divided. And oh golly, look, they're not perfect people. Go figure. And then bodyguard assaulted another journalist. Okay.
Yeah, and her bodyguard, somebody was trying to interview her and question her on one of her shows or something like that, and this bodyguard beat the guy up.
Okay, so
it's not funny, but
so these are all, I guess these are all people that rip on Trump.
They rip on Trump, and they rip on Bernie Sanders because Sanders doesn't like him now, and
so
everybody.
Okay. So they rip on their job is to point out how shitty politicians are, which is pretty easy targets. I mean, Trump's a pretty easy target. I mean, if you're a journalist, how can you not rip on Trump? I mean, it's too easy. Like, how can you not, right? It'd be like, fuck. I mean, so
yeah, but they never give him credit where some of the.
So these are I just love the meme though. These are the people telling you how awful you are for supporting your president. Well, they should know they're awful. It takes one to know one. And they're awful, and they know awful people, and they're in the game, so they know the game, and they know how it's played because they play it. So yeah, they're perfect people to tell us how awful we are for supporting the president because they know how awful it is to support the president because they're shitbags, and they still think it's awful to support the president.
Well, it's kind of like the old Don Henley song because we never got that show off the ground yet, and we need to do that. But Dirty Laundry,
sure,
where he was, kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down.
Heck yeah. And tragedy, dude, tragedy. The thing is that, and the problem, I think, with some of the news and journalism and why they're having a trouble is that it's so fantastic and so ridiculous that people would rather binge watch fantasy stuff on Netflix than watch the news. And young kids aren't watching CNBC and C-SPAN, and they're done. These organizations are over, like literally done.
Yeah, it's like there was a meme, and this is way before we started the show, where it showed Walter Cronkite, and as kids, hey, our parents turned that on at 6 o'clock at night after dinner, and you either watched that or went outside. There wasn't.
Oh yeah, see, I wasn't exposed to that as a kid because I didn't. Television only existed. We didn't have television for a while, and then we did. It was a black and white, and I watched cartoons on Saturdays. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
you
when
were.
I wanted to watch the television. That's it.
Yeah, you were like, is Bugs Bunny or is the Roadrunner finally going to get caught by the coyote, or is there going to buy more stupid shit from that Acme company? Because I'm never buying anything from them. It never works.
Well, no, it does. The stuff I've gotten has been spot on. Oh wait, now 16% down, column 2. Unfortunately, it's like just all one thing from the last one, and it goes. So it's the word cut.
Oh,
CUT, and all the manners of which it can be used.
yes, Nass. Nass is the man.
To cut
Saturday
tweet.
morning cartoons, and you finished it Sunday night with the wide or Disney with the Disney something on Disney.
Sometimes, yeah. The we had the Saturday afternoon Superhost
Oh
guy
yeah,
and Kung Fu Theater in the
Big Chuck
afternoon.
and Little John.
Big Chuck and Little John. Now, Nass might not know that because they're very local to where we grew up. I just was thinking of a Big Chuck and Little John joke the other. Oh, what is it? Oh yeah, where the tattoo artist, he's on the phone and he's tattooing the guy's thing, and he goes, "Oh, hold on," and he's looking around and he goes, "Go ahead," and he writes the guy's number down on the guy's arm with the tattoo gun. That's
Awesome.
such bad, just horrible humor. When I look back on it, it's like, oh my god, that's like what we're doing right now has 10 times the production value that they had. They didn't have flaming or lightning. That would be a big deal to get lightning in their show. That
Yeah.
was
Oh, they had to do that in real life.
yeah. They had to go out and train the lightning how to act.
All right,
That's,
what's
that's
the
how
next
we
one?
used to do it. We used to have to train lightning. Okay, I gotta get these one at a time to make it easy or hard.
Okay.
I don't know what am I doing. Okay, let's see. Is this the? Oh wait, I don't know which direction. Is the one with Brad Pitt? Is that one of them?
I sent them all just like within. So you should have got that the one you just showed first.
I don't know what order they're going in though.
It doesn't matter. I just
No. I mean, it's like you've sent me other ones, and they're all like when I click on it, they're all there, all of them.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
No, I got it. I just go back to the message. I got it. I can make technology work. I can do technology things.
Did you see the joke tweet from Hillary, which was hilarious because that's the one I was telling you that that's my funny to you because we talked about this last week because you had said and it's come up in the news recently. Oh,
Stop feeling so entitled. All you deserve is life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, not free tuition, free healthcare, free fashion, blah blah blah. There is no such thing as free, my little snowflake. Someone is paying for it, and it's never a politician. You deserve life, enjoy it, liberty, preserve it, and pursuit of happiness. Work on it. Okay, work for it. Okay.
Yeah, work for it.
So you have to work for happiness?
No. You have to pursue the happiness.
Yeah, work for it. Let's start backwards because obviously this is whoever made this believes they have a solution, and I think happiness is important because life it could be taken at any moment, and liberty is a fucking lie, and we all know that. So liberty is you get if you act enough like everyone else.
Okay.
I should be naked. Having to wear clothes is fucking ridiculous. But if I walk outside the way God made me, it won't work out, right? That's not liberty.
It all depends on your neighbors.
I do not have freedom or liberty. What is so big deal about my penis? What is a big deal? There's no big deal about my penis. And seeing it. It's not a big deal. Trust me. It's not a big deal. God. I mean, you'd have to stare for a minute to really see it. Now, anyway,
Yeah, you'd have to look really hard
I
to
mean, the
find mine.
balls you'll see, those fucking hang down now. I mean, at
Yeah,
my
well,
age,
that's an age thing.
that'll scare you. But
We have the illusion of liberty. You're
no,
right,
but
man.
so if life is not something that we get or give, it just is, and we have no control over it. And
Right.
liberty is blah, shit, whatever. It's whatever. It's something you can't buy and people are selling. Pursuit of happiness. We do want happiness. But pursuit is what brings happiness. So work for it. What am I supposed to work for that's going to give me
No
happiness?
Pants Tuesday. That's awesome, Nass.
no, no. All balls Tuesday. No. So explain to me what I mean what you think they mean by work for it.
what I saw in the meme, it wasn't, nobody approached it the way you're approaching it. The way they approached it is, well, shouldn't we just give college away to everybody? And it's like, okay, here's where I took that, in my thought process. It's no different than a high school diploma then. Okay,
Right.
you gotta have something that separates,
There is already things that separate high school and college papers. There
okay,
already is. There already is.
okay, you know, so I mean, but if everybody could go to college, then what's the thing that differentiates you, so that I want a little bit better of a job, like a doctor. A
Okay.
doctor, that's a really good job, but to be a doctor, you got to go to a lot of school.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I wasn't willing to do that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
sorry, man, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm smart. I know technical stuff. I'm gonna go do the robot stuff because
Okay. Okay, we got
I,
that part. Okay.
that's what I like doing. And the guy that isn't capable of going to college, just and stick with me on this, and I'm not trying to be mean, but he just doesn't have the way worth to go to college.
No
Okay,
desire.
but
Like you
this
just said.
guy,
Like you're describing you because you didn't want to go to college to be a doctor, so you didn't have the wherewithal or desire to do that. Same
yeah,
as
no,
anybody as the next guy you're describing.
right,
Yeah.
so to give it away for free though, then everybody goes. So how do
No, that's
you?
not how it works. That'll never happen. There's no place on earth that if you give away education, everybody will go seek it out and do it. It doesn't happen anywhere. You just proved it with the beginning of your statement by what you would do. You wouldn't go to school to be a doctor. You wouldn't spend
Yeah, I
eight
went
years
to
in
school.
school,
I
right?
went to school for a different field.
Right. You didn't do 8 years. You decided you wanted to do less years of that and more could
Yeah,
be, or
yeah.
whatever. You didn't.
I
It
went
didn't require as much. You got to go start working. Whatever.
right.
That has nothing to do with free education. How much people are going to want to use it? That those numbers are already out there in other countries and in this country of how many people actually pursue going to school who have the money.
Okay.
Because that already happens, right? Isn't there people who can go to school that don't right
Um,
now? Like
I went
you,
to
who you just said you didn't want
no,
to go
no,
be
I
a
didn't
doctor
go
or a
for
lawyer.
8 years. I went for 4.
Right. Well, you could still be going. So why don't you? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what
Oh,
you
I
see what I'm
actually
saying?
thought about
You
that.
see, you
I
see what I'm
did.
saying? Because that's
Yeah.
not how life works. Life doesn't just because something's free. That's the ridiculous capitalist mentality. Just because something's free doesn't mean that everybody's going to go do it, and that doesn't even matter. What if everybody did go to school for more than just high school because it was free? That would be freaking awesome. Then we'd have more people with more education, and that makes
Don't
the
want
world
to
a better
fix
place.
cars or build bridges or work in the
What?
factory or
What? You're telling me that people who build bridges aren't college educated? Are you insane?
Most iron workers I know never, they got out of high school, went right into the union, into
Okay,
an
so if those
apprenticeship.
people, so you're saying that if we had all
It's
the
a
people,
different form of
okay, you're in
college. It's
robotics and you're telling me that we need people to dig ditches when if everybody's educated more?
not dig, well, they, yes, technically dig ditches,
No,
but
we
we
don't.
have an infrastructure
We can
system.
build whole house with one person. One person can build a whole house with the proper education.
Train.
I've literally seen it happen. I've literally seen one human being, and I'm not talking about some cabin in the woods. I'm talking about heated driveway and floors, the liquid heated driveway and floors, 3-car garage, the whole deal. Okay? Talking
Hmm.
about a $500,000 house. Made
Okay.
for a lot less, of course, because one guy built it.
All
So yeah,
on,
no, I don't think we have to worry about labor when all labor jobs are going to robotics. When that is
not
the
all labor
well, that's where
jobs.
it's going.
Well, it technically has to because we can't get people to come to work. They don't want to work. They want to sit in their mom's basement and play PS2.
What? Like that? What's wrong with that?
I have no problem with that as long as I'm getting a check out of it.
Why? Why do you wait? You get a check for people
No, 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 no.
having a hobby?
If I could sit in my mom's basement and play PS2
So,
good to get a check,
so
yeah.
this to me sounds like somebody written by somebody who is dated in mind, that their thinking is very old school, because it sounds like it's like you don't deserve to have things for free because that's not how I got them. But none of that's free ever. Okay, that's where this meme is super stupid.
Parents, environments, and friends. Yeah, no, 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 no. Oh, PS2. Nas PS2's like, I don't know. Nas does
Yeah,
Nas? Oh, he knows what a PS2 is. Yes, no, maybe. I
yeah,
would
yeah,
hope.
no, yeah. A lot of people drop out. Yeah, in Ireland they drop out. People don't take the fact is people won't take advantage of the free tuition. But I nothing about any of those things are going to ever be free.
That's old school. I know it's old school.
None of those things are
We're old
ever free.
school.
They're not free in any culture. We know that. So this is, I mean, the meme is kind of silly because there's no such thing as free tuition, free healthcare, free abortions. That's just, and throwing that in is just like, that's not just being a troll. That's like just
Right.
kind of
I know. I know. That's why I
silly.
saved
And
it.
then
I
free
figured,
housing, I mean, it's like,
and I was waiting for you
okay,
to
but what's the
reply.
worst thing that can happen if all these things are free? Let's say there's a magical fairy out there that decide then his pixie dust can fart
Well,
all these
see,
things. Okay?
well, see, the
Okay,
mainstay
hold
of
on.
the thread, the mainstay of the thread was is that all of these things, if they were free, cost money.
No,
So
they're saying free.
no, 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 no.
It's not.
The service providers are not going to provide the service for free. They're saying let let you, let
Well, no,
Nas come
I mean,
over and
what I'm saying is it's like saying that guns don't hurt people, people do. No one in their right mind is actually arguing on the
Nas
side.
is right. If everything was free, the majority of people wouldn't bother to work.
Okay, we're already there. Okay, that's already happened. Things are like unbelievably, there's so much surplus that we get things in our hand that have immense value that we literally just throw away. Packaging and microchips in things that are just to make sure we don't steal them, and all these, like, I mean, shit. There's like
Right.
I could go on for days, but the fact is that none of these things are ever free. So they're arguing against something that doesn't exist, is what I'm saying is wrong with the meme and so many memes. It's like saying guns don't kill people, people kill people. No one is ever truly believing that a gun that is inanimate jumps up and kills people. So every time somebody says that, they're arguing an imaginary person.
Right.
No one ever said that guns kill people. Everybody knows that it's the person has to pull the trigger and that the gun by itself is an inanimate object. But how many times have you heard that argument? The guns don't kill people, kill people, kill people. Who are they talking to? No one. Who are they talking to? No one. No one wants free tuition, free healthcare, free abortions, free housing, free blah, blah, blah. Everyone who wants those systems to be socialized knows it will cost money to do so. They don't just want free shit.
Well,
there are people who want that, but those are the people who go to seminars just to get the free water bottle. Yes, we're not talking about those people. That's not the mentality we're looking at. That's not the person who's going to go to the doctor or get the abortion or go to school or, okay, those people aren't going to do any of this stuff anyway. Okay, they'll get the free housing. Okay, they might get the free housing, but that's okay.
I can talk about what I know of the situation here in Ireland. As long as you stay below a certain income threshold, you get a medical card, which is free health care, minus the $2 prescription, max 25 a month. Also apply for social housing, income. Oh, we've got that here now. We have that here.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, every system's, most industrialized countries have some kind of welfare system and some kind of Section 8 housing and what we call it here and different things like that. There's a lot of that stuff in every
stuff.
Yeah, and it's an important process to have that. And people will argue that it says why bother working hard because if you stay under this, then, well, that's fine. We need bottom feeders. That's what life is about. That's what economics are based on. If you've seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, that's a movie that's based on the story of the guy who came up with the theory that because not everybody goes for the top, the economic system can work. You have to have people that are shooting for the middle and the bottom. Otherwise,
it is. It really is.
It's otherwise, and he in the movie they can compare it to guys trying to pick up chicks. If all 5 guys go for who is the tall blonde, then none of them will succeed likely.
Right.
But you can have a better economy if some guys go for obviously.
That's why I always flew wingman, dude.
But that's and that's coming from in the movie. That comes from a guy who can like sit there and mathematically put math to how pigeons move around. Okay, I can't. So I don't know about the full economics of that and how much economics, but it's one of those memes that is just spiteful, hateful. I paid for it, so you should. There ain't no special place, sunshine. You're alive. And while I agree, all a person needs is intellect and air as far as their basic needs.
Right.
Not food, clothing, and shelter. You should be able to get that shit your own. If you can't, you shouldn't be a person. You're not trying hard enough. Now, if you are unable to because you're uneducated on how to survive,
old or born,
then get help, and that's what people are for, and that's why we have communities, and that's why every community is socialism.
So we'll cut to the chase and say that we agree on this one as far as philosophy is concerned. All right, what's the next one?
Yes, it does come down to the people being the government being not fully responsible for the way people live, but then in turn the people are responsible for the way the government works. So it goes both ways. The government works for the people, and then the people enforce the government's will, and the government enforces the people's. It's a two-way road. So
right. No,
and so some people will get money for literally doing nothing. Correct. and they will have a pittance. It's not, and if they're happy with that level of poverty, then they're actually giving back to society by not taking more. They don't have as big a carbon footprint. They don't use as much goods and resources and things like that. So they don't take as much because they don't have as much. So they work within a smaller economic thing, and it can be calculated and a little bit more data-based point. So it has its own merit and its own value and worth to society for people to live that way.
No.
It's huge. It's a necessary component if you want,
It
unless
is
you
a
want everybody to be
necessary.
equal in the end. Unless you want everybody to be equal.
It's a necessary component, but I think like where a lot of people find problem in it is I have no problem helping somebody that needs the help. It's the take advantagers.
That's what I'm talking about. They are contributing to society in a very important role. So catfish don't deserve to be, because they're
No,
bottom feeders and they don't contribute to like other fish, and they don't go hunt other fish like other fish. They eat shit off the bottom, and they eat different stuff, so that's not okay.
um,
These people live in less of a house than what I have. These people
no,
have
no, no,
less
no. I'm talking
expendable
about
money.
the person. I'm talking about the person that lives in the house that you live in, drives the car that you drive. I follow them into the local Giant Eagle. I pass back and forth as
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. If you're going to say they pull out welfare, you don't know that they aren't actually going to the store for somebody who has the welfare stamps because they're unable to go to the store.
I'm just saying it's pretty
You don't
shady,
know the story
man.
there.
I'm just saying it's pretty shady.
You don't know the story. That person could be helping someone out. Also, that's capitalism that allows that to happen. Just
How
so
does
you know.
capitalism
What do you
allow
mean?
that to happen?
Capitalism allows a person to take advantage of all the systems and capitalize on them. That's what
Okay.
capitalism does.
Okay. All right.
You can
I
capitalize on all these different things, and you're supposed
Yeah,
to,
what
or
about
taught to.
the checks and balances?
The checks and balances are who the rich guy gets to enforce the checks and balances in case law. That's how we do it. Whoever has more money can make the law and win the argument in the courts. How else
Yeah,
can you have a guy who murders people and then drive around in a Bronco, get off, and then go to jail for it? And then make money off the book after he gets out. What? How did he? What's that? He's walking around right now. He's walking around right now.
I wish I would have saved that meme for you. It was
He's
shows.
walking around right now, dude. That's our system.
I know. Did you?
Because he won a Heisman Trophy.
Hopefully somebody on your page posted Bill Nye the Science Guy hates capitalism and speaks out against it. And then right underneath it says speaking fee is $75,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? You're going to come and tell me how you hate capitalism, but it cost me $75,000 to have you come here to this arena and speak.
Right, because that's how you say, hey, capitalists. That's how you do it as a scientist. You quantify it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet he used a formula to come up with that amount of money and then laughed his ass off because he's like, this is what you get, capitalists. Ha ha ha. No, it actually makes perfect sense, you see? Because there's a formula for douchery, and he used it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So was the next one. Come on, bring up the funny one with Hillary so that we can laugh. Because
Okay. Wait, is that the last one?
I don't know. Maybe it's kind of white with the blue. It's one of those mock tweet things.
No, I only have 4. Maybe you didn't send me the last. Maybe I didn't get the last one. There's one with people got to sign up and it's got guns, something about guns.
Oh yeah, that's the women. And well, go to that one. Go to that one because we're kind of on the gun topic, or we were in this discussion. So this will be interesting. At least it should be. I mean, I'd like to see your take on it, and then you're going to have to zoom in on the little white part right
Yeah, I
there.
dream that women will have the same rights as guns.
Okay, now look at what the person says, and it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's kind of realistic,
She
because
wants
this is
women locked up when not in use. What? I don't understand.
they want you to store your gun in a safe when you're so that
Right,
somebody bad can't get it.
right.
Okay, well that's she wants the same right. So
She
when
wants
I
women
leave,
locked up when not in use. What? I have no idea why a woman would want that. That makes no sense to me. None of that. I mean, I don't. I understand what you're saying that they're making this correlation, but why? It makes no. There's no bridge that puts these two together. She
I'm
wants women
just
not allowed on airplanes. She wants women not allowed in schools. That it doesn't. I don't understand.
no, it was one of the people that goes through my feed that's very staunch on the gun thing. I can't even have a discussion on with them on just common sense. I'm a gun owner. Common sense gun laws.
No, because okay, some dude. When somebody is afraid of losing their gun, it's because they're afraid of not having one. Can you imagine living your life being afraid of not having a gun? Can you imagine that, dude? How crazy your brain would
Uh,
have to think to spend more than, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of your whole life worrying about whether or not you have a gun?
Now,
I,
okay,
I've
I'll give you,
never,
I'll
I,
give you 10 minutes, okay, and I'll give you 10 minutes, and here's why. When our country was founded and they wrote the Second Amendment, it was to never let a tyrannical government ever be more powerful than us.
would,
So the right to bear arms was
right, no, I
placed.
get that. I
Okay,
know why they
so
wrote it.
my right to bear arms. I'm a responsible gun owner. I don't go to the Walmart and shoot people up, and I don't even think about that. That is like the most
I don't,
horrible.
okay, I don't understand where you're going with this. It's starting to get
I,
weird.
where I'm going with it is that to tell me that you're going to come and take my guns, like
Who?
Camille,
What are you talking about?
not you, this Camille Harris, who's
Who?
running. She's running for president, or she's in the primaries right now. She may or may not
So she
be
has
the.
no authority whatsoever to do anything about any guns at all.
No,
And
she's going to write an executive order, and then they will come and
no,
forcibly
she's
take.
not the president. You can't write an
If
executive order unless you're the
she's
president.
elected president,
If she gets
all of the.
elected president, she will write executive orders according to what the Koch brothers tell her to do so, like every other fucking president. So she currently wants to be president, is saying she wants to take away guns with an executive order. She has no power to do so, so why would you worry about it? She's not even up as a candidate for either party.
I don't know. This is where these kind of memes come from, is
No,
what
I
I'm
know, but
saying,
why would you, as a gun owner, worry about it?
because it's a slight reality. I
How?
mean,
How is it a reality at all?
if she writes
She,
the executive order,
I
then
want to be, okay, let's say I want to be president, and I'll sign an executive order that says everybody gets guns all like lollipops. Whatever. Does that mean anything? No. Does it mean anything that she's doing it? No. Does she have this real chance of being the president? No. Not right now, she doesn't. If she was actually in the presidential race and had some numbers and was still saying that, because she, by the way, she'd never get anywhere saying, I'm going to sign executive orders that do this and that. That's not how politics works. That's how you get started. That's how you get past your, knuckle dragging constituents in your knuckle dragging area and whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
you
no.
pander to the lowest denominator that you can in your area and you go. So why are you even worried about it for a half a second? That's what I'm concerned with. That is like raises a huge concern for me.
Well, just it's a slight possibility, and the problem is that the
Okay, okay,
entire
okay,
I
okay. Let's say she signs an executive order saying
no 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 no
you
no
can't
no no,
have your
stop
Second
stop stop!
Amendment.
You didn't let me say that the entire Democratic field. It's like they feed off of one another. Oh, that's a good idea, and
And they
I
know how
got that.
politics works. They look at numbers, and if anything gives numbers and attention, then they get the attention. They use it to get the attention, and then they'll flip flop on it to say, well, no, we just have to have, the things that make us safe, because that's really all they're going to do is try to make people safe. We're not politics, blah. Yeah, they're going to do that. But I'm talking about you. That's what's important. You're a gun owner. Other people are gun owners. That's what's important. What you people think. What I think about it as not a gun owner.
As a okay, it's a remote possibility.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like
Let's play it out. Let's say she becomes president, and she actually continues to say that, and then when she becomes president, somehow,
oh,
somehow, the people who make billions of dollars off of selling guns decide to let her do this. Okay, and reality just crumbles, and the Koch brothers disappear,
okay, all right.
and she signs the order. How the fuck are they going to get our guns? They can't send the police for them. You're going to send the police for everybody's gun?
To be
How are they going to get them? Please explain this.
well, see, and that's the scary thing. You don't want a scenario like that. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not so much worried
Right,
about.
that's why you have to realize that when somebody does this, it's just to get attention, just so that her name can get in the mix, so that she can later refute the idea that it was going to be a complete stop on that. And that she needs to, that the Second Amendment needs to be amended, not that there needs to be executive orders or whatever flip-flop she'll do. But
Right.
we need to be aware that that stuff is all just to get your attention, to sell more guns. You do
Oh, I
realize that
know,
she says those words because she
and the
is
gun
paid
sales went
to.
up.
You do realize she says those words because she's paid to by people in the NRA who want to get other people profiting from gun sales. So they have people do that, and they literally pay them, and it's not illegal anymore to pay them to do so.
No,
Because
that's no that and you know what? You're probably right, and it's probably
no,
traceable.
I didn't know this until I saw it, because I saw it in some show that's much better than this one about political stuff, and they what? It's true. He's so
No.
charismatic. It's so good. Patriot Act, check it out. It's really good. Um, or I don't even know if it was that show, but that's a really good show. But it Princeton University did a study showing all the legalized, what was illegal, corrupt government that is now legalized. The gerrymandering is legal now. So what else? So this is just ridiculous, because it's just trying to, again, it's arguing with something that doesn't exist.
Right.
No
Okay.
woman stood in a crowd holding that sign. Okay? It's completely photoshopped. This never happened. No one ever thought this way or thinks this way or has this on their mind. It's just this one person's nut job jerk off into their own mouth about their
Okay.
gun, because
I'm
they're
gonna
so
reset
afraid
the funny
of.
one because we need something to laugh about.
They're
Before
afraid. It's so
All right.
funny to see fear, though. It's like,
Okay, I just said it to
how
you.
can you live so scared?
It should have just popped up.
Okay, yeah, I think it did. Oh, it's a
Throw that one in and then read it because you're just gonna laugh
wait
because
a
we
minute.
talked about this last week, and and it's like you said, it's way bigger than these two people. But I just laughed and thought of you when I saw this, so I saved it.
Oh, shocked to hear Jeff Epstein. Hillary delete that shit. It doesn't happen until tomorrow. Oh fuck, you're right. So that's funny. It's a funny joke. It's funny. I did more math on the on this very thing. Every president will have known at least 56 people who died in the amount of people a president gets to know. The Trump knows all those people. Trump knows as many people that have committed suicide. So does Ronald Reagan. Um,
Okay, cool
uh,
statistic.
we
No,
know
that's
we here's the thing with suicide is it's not something that people talk about. When people die of suicide, it's not one of those tragedies that's it statistically doesn't word to mouth that much, okay? And it's easily forgotten. So you know people who have committed suicide, but you couldn't add up the 20 people you know who have committed suicide. You'd have a
well,
hard
we
time
had
doing it,
the one guy when we were kids. Well,
you
not
know?
kids.
But
We
what
were
I'm saying is you will have a hard time reaching 20, but you know 20 names who have committed suicide, you know what I mean? In different circles of people that you've known because of the age you are and the fact that you don't live in a cave.
yeah,
Just
and
statistically. So that's just, that's
yeah,
almost half the
but
number of
they didn't have dirt on me, and they weren't my bodyguard, and they weren't, you know. There's just a lot of shady stuff that goes on with the suicides, and especially this guy's, because he knew, and it wasn't just that he was.
he had dirt on
Yeah,
people who
oh my god, that just
yeah, no,
would
this
make
wasn't there's no way that you could possibly say that it's the Clintons because that's
yeah.
just you never it's never the easiest target and it's never the target they give you. And why would it be the least effectual people when there's so many more people?
Patsy. The Clintons are patsies
Oh,
on
they've
this
been a
one.
patsy. Why do you think Trump has been fighting women since he started his presidential campaign? All he does is go after women because he's a misogynist. And that no one can deny. You can't deny that he's a misogynist because you can't say the sentence, you can grab him right in the pussy without being a misogynist. It's literally
Right,
impossible.
right. I
So
mean,
we know he's
and
a misogynist and we know that he goes after women all the time. Look at who he has been. If you look at his tweets and who he goes after, it's amazing how many of them are not white men. It's very few white men. And when he does go after white men, it's a whole different tone and candor.
well, like his who's this um shoot uh not Stephanopoulos, that was somebody else. His most recent uh, he wanted a position within the White House, and he lasted 11 days, and the guy was just about as crooked as sideways as crooked, and Trump found out about it and he fired him. Not like the show You're Fired,
Oh,
but
no, I get it. Yeah, no. Well, Trump put a lot of people, criminals, in positions. People who have been literally convicted of crimes.
reference just one for me so that I can agree
Ah,
with you.
God, what's the name? I don't remember. The guy he put in charge of Venezuela was convicted of
Venezuela.
withholding information in oh God, in Cuba or some shit. So anyway, some guy that was convicted of withholding information as an ambassador or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's all that selling fucking weapons. They don't even
Oliver
hide it no
North?
more.
No, not
No,
Oliver North.
no, I don't
Um,
know. The guy that the doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, dude. You go ahead and do all the research you want because there's people who
Yeah.
are accused and blah 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 and convicted and child molesters and you name it that he has appointed. If you missed it when he started as president, he put a bunch of people in place who were just evil people and they're known evil fucks. And it's kind of like who he put in charge of the EPA to shut it down. And you
Oh,
name it, the
Walker.
FCC, and just go look at who it's all there. It's like
Oh,
all he
Betsy
does the first
DeVos.
180 days is write executive orders and put people in places, and then not even appoint and not even fill thousands of jobs that he's supposed to. So he basically shut down the government. And here, you know what though? Fuck all that, because the biggest problem with the federal government, and it's not just him, it's every president that I've seen or whatever, they have, when you shut down the government, when you say we're shutting down the government, that's when the people should say, okay, fuck you, you're done. All of you. You're done.
All of you. Yeah.
All of you. You're done.
Congress.
Shut down, shut it down. Fuck the
Yep.
District of Columbia. Fuck the Pentagon. Fuck that. We're starting over someplace else. Let's do it in the interior of the country, or an actual base of operations for the country would make sense logistically. So
Right.
we'll put it somewhere in closer to the
We're
middle
going
of
to
the
Montana or Kansas or
Yeah.
some shit like
Just
that.
fucking smack dab in the middle of the country. Get this fucking infrastructure straightened out with fucking proper, technology and innovation, not just getting the contract to fucking Joey, your brother. You know what I mean? Because that's the problem too with the
Hi. Hold on, we got a new somebody here. Hi, HV.
how do I say
Perver-
Hivertis. I hope you don't got the Hivertis.
No, you're absolutely right. Okay, what was the next meme I sent you, or one of the other memes? Because I sent you a couple stupid ones.
Hurtis, yeah.
Hurtis. Okay.
Hurtis, yeah. The V is a U. It's a hue, but it was taken by somebody else. Those bastards. No, it's just I've been doing this since like '82. It's just how I spell it. I'm Latin. Stop it. Wait. Don't look at me while I'm doing the thing. Okay. Is this a fun one?
Who's my? He's just skin and bones.
Mystic Venom. I think they know one another. Maybe in IRL.
Oh,
He's just a
okay.
little skin and bones. True, you know. He's a little guy.
All right. What's the next one I sent you?
Oh,
Because
it's not.
I had to go.
Oh,
I had to go mining to find these.
I make you meme, so I don't have to. I'm scared to go memeing.
You got the one about diabetes down pretty good. Have you been in Facebook jail? Remember, I
never.
was in Facebook jail.
No,
So,
never. I am a clever troll. I know how to ruffle without being directly what do you call it? Douchey.
yeah, when I
I
comment,
would if what's a pension? Could probably hear your heart beating in my chest. Yeah, I do have a big heart and it is powerful. It is so it's
can we look at darker memes about the Holocaust?
What about the Holocaust? What twat about it? It follows the community standards, or else it gets the ban again. Oh, is this because you got banned from Facebook for a day, and you were all meme tastic and
Yeah,
pissed?
yeah. I got banned for 24 hours. So
Well,
I'm
it's
just a
kind of
cookie.
like it's kind of like when you go to your friend's house, get too drunk, and talk shit that his wife doesn't like, but he doesn't really care about, but he gives you the look, and
Yeah.
you don't stop, and then he says, "I'll see you tomorrow," and pushes you out the door.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
It's the
Just
same
yeah,
thing.
there were 6 million dead. I got that. Best meme you will ever see. Allow me to post a link. Um,
Just the fact that like 6 million dead. Well, what about it? What about the 6 million dying because they were like in the concentration camps and killed in cold blood and not
yeah,
like
gassed
combatantly?
and
I mean, is that what you're? I mean, I don't know what about that. I mean, that's kind of just like a known thing. I'm not sure what you're getting at when you say that because I mean, I'm
best.
aware of the Holocaust and some of the numbers. I mean, I know about that. I don't know how many people died total in the war on all the different sides and things like that.
Or you can Reddit. Reddit. Okay. It's like you have a chance of one thing or another.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
I know I have a chance of one thing or another, and then other things. I don't know. There's no, I don't know. It's not a link to an actual meme that I see.
okay.
It's just whatever's. No, that's not. We don't play little games on other websites. That doesn't work
Yeah,
here. I don't know if you're like actually. Maybe you're just looking at the chat and you're not seeing the screen or how this is laid out or what we're doing.
and meme pops up.
Yeah, it's a
Take a
50-50 thing, but that's not. You're not sharing a meme. You're sharing a possibility of whatever meme. I mean, I can go to memesickle.com and meme a wheel, or just type in the word meme in Google search and find memes. Yeah, it's not
yeah,
really what we're doing. We already did that.
yeah.
We did our
Grab.
memes for today. But if you have something that you want to talk about, that's fine. But we're not just doing just random at this particular time.
Are we out of memes?
Yeah, we did the memes.
Okay, we did the memes.
But that's cool. That's a good idea though. That's a to there's a lot of meme sites and things like that. There's like the 50-50. I know there's like a couple places where you can get memes to pop up that have already been
let's talk about the. Hold on, he wants to talk about the New Zealand shooting. Okay,
what about it?
what
Did people get shot in New Zealand?
today?
Because we do that every day in America.
Mystic.
I mean,
I mean, did it happen today?
that's like it's Tuesday, so yeah, the
I
week
think they
started, second day
deserved
of the
it.
week.
If you, nobody deserves to get shot.
Oh, you think they deserve it if they ask you? Well, that's it. It's a lot of people have that kind of attitude.
Oh wow, Muslims.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
See, and
and
that's interesting because I think a lot of people have this affliction where they are unable to understand the basic concept that within every group of people there are all kinds of people. You know, and this is a perfect way to display that and how easy it is to just type when your face isn't shown and you're not even your real name is there, so it's not even like it's you, but you can type these like horrific things about a whole group of people without even knowing any of them, you know, obviously not truly knowing them, because if you truly know somebody then you've gotten past that hate part, so you'd be able to understand that not
there are
all of
bad
them.
people. There are bad people everywhere. I mean, there are bad
Arab,
people.
okay, now Arab, but an Arab is just one, is only represents 2% of
That's like a
Muslims.
whole.
No,
No, that's like a whole
that
region.
represents, well, it's a country that's named after a family, and so an Arab is, an Arabian, and they make up about 2% of Muslims. So,
And actually, the Muslims themselves are killing each other because the Shiites and the Sunnis hate each other, and they hate
well, no,
each.
that's not
And
true
then
either. That's not
and
true
there's
either.
different
That's not
fractions.
true either. See, that's another. I'm sorry to say it, but that's more of the same ignorance. Within those groups, there are people that don't like the other group.
Right.
That's not doesn't mean that all those people in those groups are at war with each other, or even don't even get married and love each other and have families. Okay, so it's not those two groups fighting. It's some
No, no,
people
no.
are
I just found that
douchebags.
I found
Some
that to
people are
be
douchebags.
intriguing. That I found that to be intriguing. That's all. I'm not saying that
What religion are you?
100% of Shiites hate 100% of Sunnis. What I'm saying is that I found it weird that I
You'll
just found it
you'll you'll
weird.
find someone. Don't worry. Yeah, I
How are
don't.
you, man?
It's um. I think it's a word that people use to try to be trolling and provocative, and I can appreciate that because Troll Tuesday. So, but it's kind of like using a trampoline to do a slam on a basketball, or just kind of like lowering the rim to about 6 foot to dunk. I mean, it's just like kid stuff. That's what I
Right.
think of it.
Are you a muff punter? Okay,
The
so
Granny Shaggers, yes. It's an excellent religion. I myself found, a time where I don't want to say lost in the Granny Shagger religion, but more that I found a place, or a piece, if you will, a piece of the Granny Shagger. It felt good. It was moister than I thought. Um, Muff punter, I wouldn't say I haven't punted a muff because I've never gotten to fourth down. I'm like, you know, I'm getting yards on first down every time. But no, I've turned down more muff than most men have tried to get. So if you want my Studley answer.
all right, dude. I think we've headed south on this one.
No, we just
Uh,
got we just got some trolls, dude. That's what it's all about. It's all about the trolls.
it is about the trolls, but every hole is a goal.
I remember those days that every hole was a goal. And I remember here's how funny that just takes me back to high school. Takes me back to high school. Remember when we had the books for the learning? And I would sit in the homeroom class and just look at every girl and try to imagine her O face. And I'd get bored with that. I'd start imagining, what does that dude's O face look like?
Oh man. Exactly.
Well, you gotta if you want to. I wanted to know, if I want to know if I would like a car, I gotta drive it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it for a spin around the block.
Fingers in my butt, not my thing. I'm not a finger in the butt
Nah,
guy. I don't.
nah.
It doesn't do it for me. It's too manual. I'm more of a mood kind of guy.
The kid. I love it. The kid. Thank you. But I'm not sitting on a 14 incher.
Why not? That's how you get someplace, right? I think if you do put something in your ass, especially if it's hand shaped, you can qualify as a Muppet. So if you want to say I'm a Muppet, Or maybe that's a sex term. Maybe that's like some people say
Huh?
they're bears or they're this or they're that. I'm a this and that like dictates some kind of sexual preference. I wonder if there's Muppets. They like to get fisted. I don't know.
What?
You guys go out there and start that. I think you three can do that. You go make that happen. You make that stick. What's Jay Swindler? Jay Swindler. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Jay Cartwright? Cartwright, like the Cartwright brothers? Like from Bonanza? It's good times though. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the being here. We do this on Tuesdays starting at 5. It's trollicious. I mean,
look at this before I go. Oh, YouTube. Oh.
gotta love YouTubes. Have you seen the YouTubes? They got the things. What they got people on there with just the putting of the makeup. That's all they do. They're putting on the makeup, and it's on the tubes. It's on. Oh, it's the SpongeBob. Oh, but it's just yeah. See, too easy a target though. You're throwing easy targets again. So you know.
It's like drunk ball on Sunday. They're just lobbing up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's like I mean I get the
Hit it
troll.
towards the church.
I get that. That's like troll level 1. You know. I mean, if you want to troll, inspire yourself, have content, be maybe who's that guy that has the real witty sub references? He did the Monday Night Football for a while, and that was never gonna work. Dennis,
Oh,
Dennis.
did I send you any of the Bob Menery ones last week? Bob Menery. I'll have to send you a few of those. He's got the Bob Euchre kind of, but
Yeah.
he just tears it up.
Now you've earned experience points by following. You can use them to cast spells when we play Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday night. Now Thursday night we're doing viewers get to do the players, and we got Nassan who's controlling one of the players, and other viewers keep coming up to you. It's so funny. This one guy, Meme Lord, he goes, "I want to play. My name's Meme Lord. I possess the seagull and shit on everything." So he's doing all this like he's trying to meme, and I'm like putting it in the story. And the seagulls shit ends up being the solvent they used to get the boat unstuck from the creature they ran into. They kind of had this like adhesive that was anchoring the ship. So meme,
Nice.
meme away. I'm ready.
Meme away.
A meme
All right,
away,
dude.
a meme away. All right, brother, you have a good one. I will see you on the flip flop.
Yep. All right, man. I will see you next Friday, 5 o'clock. Same bat
Tuesday.
time, same bat channel.
That's right, brother. Kisses. Memes. That's just lightning. All right, you meme lords. Keep memeing, Keep it out there, because the best part of memeing is that we're actually questioning what is. We're questioning what we see. We're questioning what's in front of us. You got to meme it out. And remember, the ends don't justify the memes. Okay? We'll see you on the next Troll Tuesday. Bitches. I'm going to play music. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna be like, wow, listen to this music this guy's got. It's like, wow, look at when the thing. I want the one that's got the thing with the with the with the with the. Wait, no. I want. It's got to be royalty free, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I think it's this one. I don't think it's that one. It's not that one.